A recent pitch proposing a New England Patriots trade with the Pittsburgh Steelers for linebacker TJ Watt has been circulating for days now. As the rumor mill continues to spin on a potential trade, a Steelers insider has all but shut the door on the possibility. Jared Bailey of Behind the Steel Curtain reported on July 4th that the potential Patriots trade for TJ Watt is not going to happen. So, let's get this out of the way. The Steelers aren't trading TJ Watt, Bailey explained. If they were going to trade Watt, they would have done it at the start of the new league year for a nice package of draft picks. He also reiterated that the Steelers putting in the effort to sign Aaron Rodgers and trade for Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf are not moves a team makes if they plan on trading their best player to the Patriots less than 3 weeks before training camp. NFL personality Rich Eisen also threw cold water on the possibility of the Steelers trading Watt before the start of the 2025 NFL season. "I would be stunned," he said. Eisen also backed up the claims that the Steelers have revamped their roster and want to keep Watt. However, an ongoing contract dispute between the two parties is the only thing keeping a potential Patriots trade alive. Why a Patriots trade for TJ Watt is extremely unlikely. In his article, Bailey declared a close to 0% chance the Patriots will trade for Watt. The original trade pitch for Watt had the Patriots sending Jabril Peppers, a 2026 second-round draft pick, and a 2027 third-rounder to the Steelers. The Steelers-Patriots trade pitch lacking a first-round pick has been heavily scrutinized, especially with multiple teams hoping to acquire him. Another complicated factor is the $61 million left in the Patriots' salary cap. Since they're one of the few teams that could afford TJ Watt outright, that may be an opening for the trade. However, the trade ultimately does not benefit either team. As mentioned, NFL insiders claim that the Steelers want to make the playoffs. It does not make sense to trade Watt if that's the case. On the other side, the Patriots are just hoping to improve. It would be an all-time turnaround to win the Super Bowl after back-to-back 4-win seasons. TJ Watt isn't a missing piece for New England. It's illogical for the Patriots to trade for Watt on a contract year with no guarantee he'd resign a long-term contract extension, which is already a big problem in Pittsburgh. Passive-aggressive contract negotiations continue for Watt. The Steelers-Patriots trade rumors have only come out of the noise surrounding the contract negotiations between Watt and the Steelers. The two parties are currently working on a contract extension, which has turned passive-aggressive. According to Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Jerry Dulac, the holdup on a new contract is how much money Watt is asking for and how many years the Steelers are willing to guarantee. There have been examples of some of the league's best edge rushers seeing their production drop once they hit the age of 30, Dulac explained. Even if the Patriots were able to acquire TJ Watt, would the juice be worth the squeeze? The Steelers are asking themselves the same question. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler provided an update on Sunday, saying the devil is in the details. "These are complicated deals to do, but we are working on it. We want TJ Watt here." Fowler also reiterated that there isn't a lot of traction in the Steelers organization to trade Watt at the moment. While we are all keeping our eyes on the possibility, it seems more and more likely that Watt will remain with the Pittsburgh Steelers. If the Patriots hope to acquire TJ Watt, they might have better luck in the offseason if he plays out his current contract. The Pittsburgh Steelers' defense is full of big-name players. Players like DT Cam Hayward, LB TJ Watt, CB Joey Porter Jr., and LB Patrick Queen. And there are even newer faces like CB Darius Slay and DB Jalen Ramsey. And every single one of them will play a big role in the success or failure of the Steelers in 2025. But they aren't the only ones. Here are 3 Steelers defensive players who I think will be X-factors this upcoming season. CB Beanie Bishop Jr. Bishop went from an undrafted free agent to starting 6 games and appearing in all 17 for the Steelers in 2024. Not only did he do that, but he also pulled in 4 interceptions as a rookie. And 2 of those came from the Steelers' new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. When Rodgers visited the Steelers earlier this offseason, Bishop got the chance to thank him for signing the 2 balls the West Virginia product intercepted off him. By those marks, Bishop had a successful rookie season. But after Cam Sutton was activated from the suspended list, Bishop's snap count dropped late in the season. That frustrated him, and he wants to see more playing time in 2025. Will he, though? The Steelers now have a glut of corners after trading for Ramsey last week. They have 3 potential starting outside corners in Porter, Slay, and Ramsey. Ramsey does offer positional flexibility at both the slot/nickel corner spot and safety. So, how much playing time will Bishop get? Only time will tell, but Beanie Bishop made the best out of his rookie season. 4 interceptions are a good start to his career. He also knocked down 7 passes. He could play a vital role, either as the primary nickel corner or rotational one, in 2025. And here's hoping for more interceptions. S1 Thornhill Bishop isn't the only player whose playing time is impacted by Ramsey's arrival. When the Steelers signed Juan Thornhill, we all expected him to serve as a rotational depth safety and potentially as a big nickel safety. But when the Steelers shipped Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Miami Dolphins as part of the Ramsey trade, that opened up a gaping hole in the Steelers' secondary opposite Deshaun Elliott. And Thornhill is the logical player to step into the open free safety role. He's played in 87 games over 6 NFL seasons, starting 74 of them. He's got the experience, both at the position and being a part of a winning team. Thornhill spent 4 years with the Kansas City Chiefs and won a Super Bowl with them. He knows what being a part of a winning culture is like. Thornhill has shown an ability to make plays on the ball with 8 career interceptions and 24 pass breakups. He's also proven to be a physical and willing tackler, which the Steelers certainly could use with how badly the Baltimore Ravens ran over them in the playoffs last year. However, will the Steelers use Ramsey as a safety at any point throughout the year? There are a lot of moving parts in the Steelers' secondary right now. But Thornhill certainly has shown he can play at a high level in the NFL, and he could make a big impact in 2025. Welby Nick Herbig. The Steelers have top-tier pass rushers at the outside linebacker position. TJ Watt is one of the best in the entire league and holds the Steelers' career record for sacks. Alex Highsmith has proven himself as a very good pass rusher opposite Watt, giving opposing offensive lines fits. But the Steelers have a bit of a Watt problem at the moment. Namely, he hasn't been a part of any off-season workouts, voluntary or otherwise. He wants a new contract and will be turning 31 this season. Then there is the matter of injuries. Both Watt and Highsmith have missed games in the past few seasons, meaning the third outside linebacker can see a lot of action due to rotation and potential injuries. And Nick Herbig has proven himself a capable pass rusher in his limited snaps through his first 2 seasons. He has 8.5 sacks and 10 tackles for a loss in 606 snaps over 30 games, only 5 starts. And as both Watt and Highsmith continue to age, Herbig will be in line for more snaps. His position coach, Denzel Martin, said this offseason that the Steelers want Herbig on the field more. If Nick Herbig can get on the field even more in 2025, he'll prove just how disruptive he can be as a pass rusher. The 2025 NFL season is coming up quickly, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking like a potential Super Bowl contender. Led by Aaron Rodgers, the team has had a very aggressive offseason. Outside of the addition of Rodgers, who signed a 1-year deal to finish out his career with the Steelers, the team went out and acquired both DK Metcalf and Jalen Ramsey in big trades as well. Mike Tomlin has an extremely talented roster. On paper, Pittsburgh should be able to compete with any team it faces. While the addition of Rodgers opens up a 1-year window for the Steelers, the future is very much in question at quarterback. Will Howard and Mason Rudolph are the only 2 other signal callers on the roster. However, a new prediction would have Pittsburgh landing its quarterback of the future and a dynamic replacement for Rodgers. ESPN's Matt Miller released a new 2026 NFL mock draft. He has the Steelers landing South Carolina quarterback Lanorris with the number 16 overall pick. Aaron Rodgers eventually signed with the Steelers, but all signs indicate it's a 1-year arrangement, which makes quarterback Pittsburgh's offseason focus again in 2026, Miller wrote. Sellers is one of the nation's most exciting prospects, as he threw for 18 touchdowns to 7 interceptions last season while rushing for 674 yards and 7 scores. The 6'3", 242-pounder is big, strong, and mobile, and could be picked way before this, if he cleans up some decision-making mistakes. With 2 years of eligibility following next season, Sellers is no lock to be in the draft, but his potential excites evaluators. During the 2024 college football season with the Gamecocks, Sellers put together a strong year. He completed 65.6% of his pass attempts for 2,534 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, while also rushing for 674 yards and 7 more touchdowns. There is a lot of hype surrounding Sellers entering the 2025 season. Also, there are questions that he needs to answer. Can he take the next step as a passer? His numbers as a freshman were good, but they weren't elite. If he can take a leap from an arm talent perspective, he'll give himself a great chance at being a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Obviously, this is a prediction that belongs in the way too early category. But if Pittsburgh does happen to land in the middle of the first round and Sellers plays up to the hype, it's a fit that could make a lot of sense.